Noida's Supertech illegal twin towers are all set to come crashing down today. The 40-story buildings will be demolished at 2:30 p.m. The demolition will see 3,700 kilograms of explosives and 55,000 tons of debris. As per the demolition plan, these structures will fall in 9 seconds through a waterfall implosion to prevent damage to the surrounding societies. It will take 3,000 trucks and 3 months to clear the debris. Meanwhile, 100 water tankers, 15 anti-smog guns, 6 mechanical sweeper machines, 200 sanitation workers and 20 tractor trolleys have been deployed at the spot for the D-Day.
The authorities have cordoned off this particular place and only certain vehicles have been allowed to enter this entire space. Till yesterday, media personnel were also allowed to get inside to report from the compound of this twin towers, which will be demolished tomorrow at around 2:30 p.m. Now, what we are also seeing that is both the sides of the society have been covered, and these coverings were made earlier only, and this all has been done to prevent any sort of damage which could occur due to the explosion, and also to control the aftermath of this particular implosion, because what we are given to understand is that approximately 3,700 kgs of RDX and implosions have been used. And also in the visuals you can also see that for this serial implosion which will be done tomorrow, the batteries and the electrical equipment which will be needed to execute this particular blast are getting inside the premises. What are the last moment preparations the authorities are making over here, sir?
Yeah, the preparation is scientifically, it is almost completed by 25th evening. And we are again and rechecking and reassuring us that all the connections, all the charging of explosives, their connections, everything is perfectly done. Other aspect is every day we are having a meeting in Noida Authority office to coordinate the whole process, because there is a lot of public queries, and we have to build the confidence in public, and we have to deploy all our efforts for the public of the surroundings. There will be a construction and demolition waste. How we have to manage that waste, up to what time it will take, and what is that process, where it will go, and it can be converted from waste to wealth.
So what are the preparations like? We understand that the preparations are in its last leg, and what the last minute preparations you are undertaking?
Well, right now it's just to make sure that everything goes smooth tomorrow, that the evacuation of everyone is done safely, that they're outside the exclusion zone, and then we will do our final checks inside the building to make sure there's no disturbance of our hookups, and then we'll be set for blasting at 2:30.
Now we're joined by my colleague Akash, who's live with us from the location, from near the Supertech Twin Towers. In fact, very good morning to you, Akash. I think according to the timeline, by now the residents of the condominiums around must have cleared the area. Also tell us, what else is scheduled for the next few hours.
Right, so good morning, Shilpa. First of all, let me mention that this is an important day. This is a big day because this is happening for the first time. This is a mega demolition, I should say, in Delhi NCR, where we are going to witness two Supertech Twin Towers, which are in my background as of now. These towers are going to be demolished, and 2:30 is the time period. As you rightly mentioned, 7 a.m. was the time period when, societies were asked to vacate the area, and as of now, what we are learning is that ATS Village and the Supertech Emerald, the close by societies that you are witnessing at this point in time, that you are seeing at this point in time, basically these people have left the particular premise and also have moved to the alternate arrangements that were made. Also, let me tell you that, we are just 7.5 hours away from the particular time when we'll be seeing this particular demolition. More than 3,500 kgs explosive has been used to demolish these two twin towers, and this is happening after the orders of the Supreme Court, which clearly says that these towers were constructed violating all the laid norms, and in fact, minimum distance requirement was not fulfilled. And that's the reason why, initially Allahabad High Court and then the Supreme Court, asked to demolish these two towers. As of now, preparations are almost done, and in some time from now, we'll be seeing, announcement sort of thing where, traffic police and also Noida in general police will be asking people to, stay in their houses, because this process is a hefty process as well. And we are told that we'll be seeing a lot of dust particles after this particular demolition. It's a game of 9 seconds where within 7 seconds we'll be seeing the initial ignition to the bombs, and after that around in around 12.5 seconds we'll be seeing this building coming down, will be converted into rubble, will be converted into debris. Also 80,000 ton debris will be coming out of this particular building. This is what we have been told. And also we are told that after this whole exercise, authority people will come, they'll check the premise, they'll check the area, they'll check if everything is successful or not, and after that only people who are living by will be allowed to enter in that area. Also, let me mention this very point that police has cordoned off the 500-meter radius area where no one is allowed to enter the premise. Even the media personals are not allowed inside. And that's the reason why I'm reporting from this rooftop. And as of now, CNN News 18 is showing the closest and clearest view of these two twin towers that are going to be demolished at 2:30 p.m. today. Shilpa, so everyone is waiting for this particular day, because as I mentioned in the starting, that this is the mega day, mega event, not only for Delhi and NCR, but for the whole country, because this is happening for the first time that these big towers, such twin towers are going to be demolished. Shilpa.
Akash, as you mentioned, you do have a great vantage point there. If you can point us to the buildings that surround the Supertech Twin Towers, I know it's a very closely packed area. You also spoke to those who lived in the buildings close by. And as you mentioned, it's going to be a contained blast. So if viewers are going to think that there's going to be a blast and things are going to come flying out from the top, that's not going to happen. To ensure the safety of these buildings, what's going to happen is a waterfall implosion. The first 8 or 18 floors are going to be demolished. That's from the bottom up. And these are the ones that will be blown up. And then the experts expect the rest of the top to come tumbling down. So that's going to be an orderly and contained explosion is what they're hoping for. But of course, the buildings around cannot escape the flying debris. And you spoke to them. So can you just point them out and also tell us the kind of preparations that they've made in anticipation of the D-Day?
Right, Shilpa. So, first of all, I'll ask my VJ Umeshji to show you the visuals. There you see the yellow buildings. So, this is Supertech Emerald Society, which is in the close proximity of these twin towers. We are told that the closest tower is just 9 meters away from these twin towers, and that's the reason why, everyone, was anticipating that some particles would be coming to these buildings as well. But at this point